the car looks really good. So anyway, the water meth kit is done. So here it is. As you guys can see, it's about right over there full. Actually looks a bit yellowish, right? So anyway, we do have a red light installed. I'll show you guys a video tonight. So I almost forgot to show you guys how it looks like in the nighttime. So actually, wow, this looks really good. I love the red, the roll cage, the red. Wow. We're actually gonna turn the flashlight off. Are you guys ready? Let's give a countdown. 3, 2, 1, and boom. Jeez, it is red. This looks absolutely dangerous. This looks so darn good. I'm actually just taking a walk around. So one thing you guys will notice, it looks like it's yellow. It's not yellow. I just think, let me see if I can off focus there, trying to see. That's one. Okay, let's focus on the light. Okay, so this is more, nope, let's try again. This is more of how it looks like in person, a bit reddish, but yeah, as soon as it focuses off on it, it just goes like a globe. Then we've got obviously everything over here. I just gotta vacuum out a little bit, like a little bit of grass and stuff. But anyway, so if you go over here at the back, this is basically the harness. So I just got everything together. So basically you will see there's 3 pipes. So the one is for the pump and the level switch. The other one is the pipe going from the tank all the way to the front of the car, and the other one is just for the lights. So basically you guys can see going down here, they actually split where 2 goes down and 1 comes up. So the thing is, the one with the switch coming up goes right over here on the side. So there is the switch, so basically shoved away nicely. So this switch, we actually just put it there temporarily. The cable actually runs here at the back, going in here. Found an electrical panel over here that I can plug it into. So we're gonna actually in the future reroute most of the things. So basically the owner of the car had this amazing idea of taking this boost gauge over here and then basically taking it and placing it in that gauge over here. And if you look right over here, here is the switch. We wanted to make like a nice cover over here, but the problem is whenever, let me quickly get into it, the car, whenever you sit right over there, I mean, like if it's in, you just won't see it unless we shove it to point up or something of the sort. But now every time when you do step on the throttle, let me quickly get out. When you do step on the throttle, basically what's going to happen is you're going to have to look on a downward angle, not keep your eyes on the road. So you want to actually move this vent gauge that side and then put this stage 1 controller, which is actually a freaking amazing idea, put it in here. So hopefully it will be big enough. Certain it might, yeah, no, definitely will fit in there. So then we'll have the stage 1 controller here, and in the corner of his eye you can always have a look at it. So then what we're going to do is, when we do this rewiring, we're also going to take the switch that's there that side and we're going to bring it forward somewhere. So maybe we'll hook it up with the cigarette lighter, which is, you did see, you did have a cigarette lighter. You still needs to put the cover over here. I think it might be in here. There we go. We might hook it up with the cigarette lighter. We'll see what's going to happen. But yeah, that's the idea so far. So anyway, so the part of the tank, the light and everything is sorted out. Whew. So now what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you guys how I routed everything. So the cables, the power cables coming this side, the fuel line is going that side, so they're separated. All the cabling and everything is down there. The boost switch is in here. So let's quickly go here to the front. Alright, and here is the engine bay. So basically this pipe over here, I basically found this pipe, so I just put a trimming on it. So this was the pipe that actually goes straight to the boost switch, the vent gauge. So that actually has to get a longer pipe so you can run it underneath here behind this trimming and go up. I just think it's going to look much better, so I just put a sheeting over here because this is a do not touch. I'm touching do not touch zone. So yeah, just trying to see if hopefully that pipe will not get damaged too much. So anyway, so then as you guys do know already, I might gonna have to put on my flashlight. Is the flashlight on? Yes, it's on. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see anything, but right over here goes the line, comes up. I don't know, I really don't think you guys can see anything, or I can't see anything on the phone. Anyway, so it goes that way, comes up here, goes underneath the intake. So I put the non-return valve over here, found a nice spot for it. I brought it right here underneath, as you guys can see underneath the battery. And then let's quickly do it right here. Here it is. It's this one over here. So basically it comes here by the Meth sensor cable, and then it goes all the way right over here in that pipe, and a perfect fit. Look at that fitment right underneath the headlight. So yeah, that is basically how it looks like. So it goes straight in there into the boost pipe that goes right over here, comes up into the system. So we locked the car and we tuned the car. So basically the file that it had on was not a really good file. At certain RPMs, the RPMs will just like get stuck at 4,000, get stuck at 6,000, and then 7,000. Now it's smooth all the way. Worked on the timing. This car has got no retard. So we got a CB7 nozzle injector in, which means that it's like 400 and something cc, which is 400 and something milliliters per second, which is crazy. And then also next to that, the intake air temps when we drove the car while before we were logged. Now listen to this. This is really cool. So the intake air temps was 59 degrees Celsius, which is very hot. I do not even know how many Fahrenheit it is, but 59 degrees Celsius is super hot. On a third gear pull, it dropped down to 15 degrees. So that is crazy. That's water meth for you. Perfect install, perfect position, especially with a big nozzle. You do not want to go too far forward because it's just going to flood the system. Let's say where it is currently, 50% of the methanol actually evaporates, but it actually goes with the air, cools the air down, cools the system down, and then you still get that high octane and no retard. So the smaller the nozzle is, the closer you want to come. The bigger the nozzle is, the further you want to go away. So anyway, what are we going to do now is we're going to go and test drive the car. Yeah, I just got to quickly go and vacuum the car on the inside. Okay, so we're just quickly going to drive to a little bit of a better location, then we're going to put some foot to the floor. So I just want to quickly talk about everything. So yeah, the installation took me very long. Sorry guys, I'm sweaty, haven't even cut my hair. It's just been chaos, right? And now it's even worse. Okay, so long story short, basically, let's go race it. So basically we did in the water meth kit. Also I checked out the condition of the cars, a few things that I see that I did talk to the owner that he said he's going to sit on it and trying to see if he can get everything fixed. Then also we did the software, obviously. So basically now you can still say there's a stage 1 software on it. The car has got a DCAT on, and then obviously stock turbos, stock intercoolers. This car actually has 2 intercoolers, one on the one side, one on the other side, so they're linked together. But yeah, so the car has basically got a proper stage 1 on it. It's been tuned, logged, tuned, logged, tuned, logged, and just log, tune, log, tune. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn left here. I also got a blower valve on, if you guys didn't hear it. So let me actually close the windows quick and just dial a little bit more of the heat. Okay, there we go. At least the sunroof is a bit open. Just making the turn quick. Okay, let's send her. Oh my gosh, this thing actually like spins when you hit second gear. That is crazy. Let's just go second gear, and it pulls good. Now I'm really happy. The car pulls good. Does pull a little bit later than usual. So basically, we suspect it has a small boost leak. So I'll just quickly try again. Yes, not bad, eh? Not bad at all. Oh, and they had a pop there. I don't know if you guys heard it. A very small pop. So this car has got the file on it, and also at the same time, basically, it's got anti-lag launch. It's got the no lift shift, however you say it, no shift lift, no lift shift. So yeah, the anti-lag, the no lift shift, but currently it is not working because for whatever reason the car cannot pick up the clutch, like the clutch switch, to know that you stepped on clutch. Because once it knows that the clutch is in, it gives you launch control, no lift shift, and anti-lag launch. So we gotta sort out the clutch on it, but otherwise the car pulls really nicely. I'm very happy with it. The car is not bad, it's very smooth, the power delivering is smooth. I'm freaking boiling here with the heat. So just quickly, there we go, some windows open. Goodness, it's hot out here today. It's like 32, 33 degrees. I'm just sweating like a pig, and I will have my black shirt on as well. Let's go. Not bad, eh? Not freaking bad. This car is a pocket rocket, and you know what? The feeling of driving in it, you can feel this is a play, not a play, this is a toy, it's a car to play with, you know. Anyway guys, I'm gonna drop this video right over here. Thanks so much for watching. Hope that you guys enjoyed the little video. So the tutorial was not actually based so fully on how to do everything. I do have a specific video for that. This was just doing it on an S3 performance wise and that. And talking about performance, there is definitely an increase in performance, a lot, and the figures show that how the intake air temps comes down, how there's no knock at all. So basically the only thing now of this car, just to add boost and make power. So by just sorting out the boost problem already, is going to get more power, and the tune can always be reviewed and trying to see if we can get more power out of it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you legends in the next